Uh, I was thinking, man, about all the shit that I've been studying since like 2011, coming into, metaphysics, uh, holistic health and whatnot. And it's a beautiful thing, man, when you see everything come together after, studying shit for so long. So many different nuances and shit that you just notice based off of the information that you get. For instance, like when we talk about religion, the only thing I will take from that book that has some significance to me, in my opinion, outside of all the other stories that was allegorically put together to illustrate the life cycle going through the seasons and different people dealing with different people or whatnot. Outside of that, the very beginning of the book, Genesis, talks about the firmament, right? Now, what these white folks are saying about the solar system and how everything is millions of light years away and all of that, that's theory. It's kind of weird when you really think about it that a tribe of people that's only been here for about like maybe 6,000, 10,000 years all of a sudden have this definite explanation of the universe and how everything operates in the star systems and the planets and whatnot. But don't y'all find it weird that not only did we have monuments older than white people have existed, but we've constructed different shapes and different types of structures that had spherical forms, like this here. I mean, the ball ain't nothing new under the sun. I mean, we look at a disc in the sky every day and you see this motherfucker round. You look at the moon, it's round. You look at the stars, it's little flashes of light that's round. You can even zoom in on the star. This is video up on YouTube. I'm gonna have to pull this up for y'all one of these days. I can't do this right now while I'm in OBS. I'm still mastering it, but it is this one video of somebody recording a star from a well, obviously they down here recording this shit, and they zooming in on it, and as they zooming in on it, like the star starts to look like a ball of water, and then he zooms in some more, and then you see like a little pentagram in the middle of that motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, that's some significant shit to see, because when we draw a star on a piece of paper, it's always the little 5-point pentagram. That's a star. That's what we call it. That's literally the core of a star, my nigga. Like, these white folks already got all the tips and all the hints that they need. They know what the fuck they hiding from us, man. That's why they keep it from us, you know? At least I think. They keep that shit from us to make us feel like we're inadequate. And we started over here in slavery, like we don't have a history past white people even being on this fucking planet. That's insane to me. But a lot of people don't even realize that. They like, damn, folks. We was slaves, we was this, we was that. Nah, nigga. We circumvented the fucking globe, nigga. Don't forget that shit. We had these white people, brought them out of the motherfucking caves, taught these motherfuckers how to bathe. That's what the Moors did back in 7-Eleven. Back in the year 7-Eleven. When the Moors were circling around the world or whatever. And they went over to Europe and seen all them dirty motherfuckers over there living in filth, disease ridden. And now these motherfuckers here today running the World Health Organization, trying to teach us, trying to tell us wash our hands and sanitize this and that, but y'all let y'all pets and shit walk all over your food and all in your kitchen and shit. Like, y'all do all types of crazy shit, and y'all really think that y'all some type of high status people. My blood is older than yours. My blood is older than yours. My being, my existence, the spirit is older than what the fuck you carnated in. This goes for everybody that looks like me, whether you know it or not. Your blood is old. You are the oldest species on this planet. The black human. You know what I'm saying? The black melanated human. The brown, I should say. Because we look like everything in nature. Like, do you see all this wood right here, bro? That shit came from a tree, nigga. We got the same fucking tone, bro. Earth tone. You feel me? So it's in your face every day. You look at a tree fully blossomed, you know what I'm saying, with all the leaves on it. It looks like a black person with an afro, don't it? You know what I'm saying? The hints are right in your face every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta put shit together. And that takes time. Cause you gotta really see shit play out and the laws of cause and effect with shit. And then you will figure out, okay. Okay. A lot of things and a lot of people, well, a lot of people don't grasp the concept. For one, they trapped with a religion. They too vested in that book. Your life can't be written with something that was written by another man, fam. That's what we can confirm. All of these religious books, whether it's Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, whatever it is, the Egyptian Book of the Dead is pretty much the source for all of these other stories. Came off Al-Sar, Set, and Heru. If y'all don't know, y'all should watch this one documentary called Zeitgeist. That's what started me off on this journey. Looking into the details of religion, politics, the trickery of science, modern science, and all of that shit. That is a damn good documentary to get started with if you really want to understand and know what the fuck the real is, because all of this shit can be looked up too. The funny thing is, this man has so many references within that documentation, within that movie. And it's like a 3-hour long documentation. He got like at least 5 or 6 different movies. I only seen like the first 2, and that's all I needed to see. And I just took it from there. I'm like, bro, this shit makes a lot of fucking sense, bro. So whenever y'all get time, I don't know if it's still up on YouTube or not, but go look up Zeitgeist. It's it's Zeitgeist, I believe. I know I'm butchering the spelling right now, but Zeitgeist, like poltergeist, but Zeitgeist. Look up that movie, fam. This is gonna open up a whole new world for you. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, when it comes to religion, I'm not too caught up on it like I was when I was younger. Now that I know the truth, you know. If you a Christian, I ain't got nothing against you. I grew up Christian, you know. But my whole thing with that is I understand what the actual story is. And when you look at it from a bird's eye view, from an objective standpoint, you'll see a lot of holes in the story. Like, for instance, going back to the beginning, going back to Genesis, the narrator of the Bible wasn't God himself, it was another person. So how could you see Adam and Eve talk to the snake in the garden? How could you see what God did on the first day and what he said on the second day and what he did on the third day, all the way through the 7 days? So who's sitting there narrating all of this? And on the first day, God said, let there be light. How do you know? You know, little questions like that, it'll really make you look at that shit like, man, hold up, folks. A man wrote that. So you telling me that God only chose like a few select people to know this wisdom, and everybody else that walks this planet under this realm of what God created can't know it? That's insane, bro. Nah. And they try to flip that whole narrative. It was something that one of my little homies, some years back had mentioned. He was like, what if we found out the truth and God was the devil and the devil was God? And I'm like, I mean, shit. Nah, I don't think that's the case, bro. But when I really started looking into that shit, bro, and I was starting to see the parallels, and I'm like, dog, this God character in the Bible, not the actual almighty God, the everything, the almighty, the everlasting God. We talking about this character in this book He was so damn vindictive, so jealous, so manipulative. All of the stories that God tested these people with was through trickery and shit. And it's like, well, the devil really didn't do much in this whole book. It was pretty much God causing all this shit to happen. God made the devil, so what's going on? They call him Lucifer, which is the star, the light, the wisdom. Look all this up. Look up the definition of Lucifer, the light bearer. What is light? Information. What is information? Divine intelligence. So before you sit here and say Lucifer is demonic and all that shit, no. That whole cult shit y'all going to every Sunday, sitting up in there singing these hymns, taking out certain parts of the Bible just to read through so the deacon can or the pastor can get off his sermon based off of that shit and keep y'all in this loop. That's more demonic than anything. You put the blame on Lucifer, which ain't did nothing but bought you wisdom, knowledge, how to grow, how to navigate this third dimension. But you'll take God and put him at the helm of it all, having him be the almighty, but he's a jealous, vindictive person, or a vindictive spirit that roams through the earth and basically confuses people, plays games with them, you know what I'm saying? Tell them to do one thing, and no, you don't have to do that. For instance, like that whole story, I believe it was Job and his son, or whoever it was, where y'all know the story I'm talking about, where God told him to sacrifice his own son on Passover or some shit like that, and he didn't do it. Or he was about to do it, and God came down and told him, no, you don't have to kill him. Some shit like that. Whatever that was, whatever story that was, that's just driving home my point on. How is this a loving God, a merciful God, when he's putting his people through all of this and you already know how they're going to react to it? That's the craziest thing. But see, y'all take this shit, take it to church and flip it. This is God testing you. Maybe that's God telling you no for so many fucking obstacles. You ever thought of that? I ain't telling you to give up on whatever the fuck you're going through. I'm just saying some things in some instances, my nigga, you gotta really think about it. Like, bro, maybe you getting all this negative shit, and no. Don't do that. Don't do that. And some doors closing in your face and people showing you who the fuck they is. Why do you keep going around them? God is showing you that these people ain't shit. It ain't no just bear the storm and just get through it with them. No, because that's costing you your life force. You know what I'm saying? You ain't surviving, you ain't living, you ain't thriving. Now you going through bullshit because you putting up with the sins of them. Fuck that. Sometimes you just gotta walk away, fam. A lot of shit people be going through and shit, and they want to drag you to hell with them and expect you to just sit down there and dwell with them in the hell. Like, folks, I'm trying to actually be the light and put you up on game and how to come out of this situation. But it's like, it's up to you. It's up to the individual. Like I say time and time again, there's no right and no wrong, only consequences. So I can't sit here and say, oh, you're doing this, so you can't better yourself. No, that's bullshit. Everybody got free will. That's the thing. But people that's so dragged down in their own bullshit that don't want to take accountability, now they want to blame it on the spirit. Now they saying, oh, God made me do this. Jesus made me do that. The devil did this. No, motherfucker, that was you in your own mindset. Don't blame that shit on nobody but yourself, folks. You have a mind of your own. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Now, obviously, you got those special cases where people are manic and they're just in a sense where they don't have no fucking idea of what they doing or how they thinking. Those people need to be under some type of special care, you know what I'm saying, medicated and whatnot, monitored, so that they can disengage from all the chaos that's going on out here as it is. Man, it's a lot of. I think religion is one of the causes of a lot of mental illnesses out here, fam. Believe it or not. And that sound, I know, look, I get it. I know that sound crazy as fuck to the people that's religious. But when you really think about it, bro, religion just teaches you nothing but to submit. Submit and let it happen. Because it's happening because God wants this for you. Like, you gotta start thinking for yourself, fam, and get out that box of, well, maybe this is meant for me. Maybe I was just supposed to go through this. You can get out of it if you want to. You got free will. Are you going to exercise it, though? That's the question. A lot of people don't. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, bro. I'm a